Okay, hi there everybody. So time for me to answer questions again. So let's see. Firstly, we've got one here from Sheed. This is where we left off last night with Jerems. You say fall. No, the answer to this one, Sheed, is drift. This is a piece of driftwood. Okay, Neog. I, for one, am of the opinion that after an intermediate phase, one's English learning capabilities tend to get plateaued. I would say tend to plateau. Thus, it warrants assiduous, careful study, watching I Swear English videos, repeating it and engaging in one-to-one conversation in English so as to pick up steam. To pick up steam in one's learning of English. To pick up steam. Okay, Neog. Grey clouds on the horizon. The storm Eunice is heralding a grey cloud on the horizon for the UK right now. Good English, Neog. Okay, Mannequin. I swilled out the dishes. Fine. She swilled my boots because it was dirty. So boots plural, it was singular because they were, or she swilled my boots singular because it was dirty, Mannequin. And Mannequin again, the cornucopia is on the table at Thanksgiving. Good English. There were a cornucopia amount of good-looking dishes for the family. Okay, let's see. Cornucopia already includes the idea of an amount. So you just say there were a cornucopia of good-looking dishes for the family. Okay, so, a solecism. I visited my friend yesterday. Okay, thank you, Live. And Hunchback, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, a great book indeed. I've got a really nice French print actually of the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Hi Ossie, great to see you watching. I hope you enjoyed Cornucopia. So Nigel Bishop. Hi Alex, if I ever use swill around my friends, they roll their eyes. A bit too posh. It's really interesting, Nigel, because if you notice with the formality rating, I gave this word swill quite a low rating, and some of them even informal. But I've noticed the Americans don't use this word swill at all, but the Brits use it all the time. So, I don't know. Okay, what about 1 million subs from Ronan? Woof, that could take quite a long time. I was thinking about it. If I continue to gain subscribers at the current rate, it should take 30 years. I'm not going to live another 30 years. Well, who knows? Yeah, maybe. But assuming a rate of increase of a doubling of rate every 2.5 years, we can probably get it down to 9 or 10 years. So it really depends on the rate of increase of the subs coming in. So great, you like these. I'm really glad you like these videos. They were part of the nouveau riches entitled. Okay, and so entitled were they to, okay, let's see, first question, Patricia. Oh, wow. I would normally use nouveau riche as an uncountable. They were part of the nouveau riche. Entitled were they, a bit of fronting, to anything and everything, notably because of their newly acquired wealth. They treated whom they considered their inferiors with alarming disdain and misplaced hauteur. But what really shocked us to the core was their gross behaviour with the servants. It was just beyond the pale. It was too much. By the way, Alex, how do you use the word rapports in English? You see, again, rapport, I would use it uncountably, but you could have it in the plural. He has different rapports with different groups of people. This is how I use it in French and would do the same in English. Gynaic to me. Female to me. I like this word gynaic. Avez-vous eu des rapports? Have you had any rapport? You see, I would use it in the singular. I say yes or no. This is purely clinical, medical, physiological. So, in English, I would say, did you get on with them? Yeah? Did you have a good interaction with them? Not did you talk to them? Did you have a conversation with them? But a good rapport, well, the rapport was okay. It's got various different ones. So, with no other emotional semiotic, I like that word, poetic nuance attached to the term, the way Booth and Brennan and their clique do in Bones, eating a sandwich while dissecting a cadaver. Me to a friend, or the other way round. Did you have love, sex, intimate with aha? He with wined and dined and 69, hanky panky, jack a dandy, etc. However, I really love this word to describe a deep friendship between best friends, colleagues, who get along famously. The spirit of camaraderie in a group, etc. An emotional or spiritual connection, par rapport à, with, in relation to, concerning, with regard to, as regards, with respect to, in this matter, etc., this or that aspect. So, ceci ou cela, this one or that one. Pronounce s'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît. Ha. Okay, please. Ra. Port and not r. Ha. Rapport, 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 rapport. In English, it's got a schwa at the beginning here. Like in report. A rapport. No, a report. I'm going to use a schwa. Or the English verb relate. Okay. It's I'm using schwas for all this. Like to relate something, an incident, etc. Would you use the word in the same way in English, or is it preferable to use the word relation? Well, I don't like this word relation much. Relationship. Yeah? Relation. To me, a relation is a member of your family. The relations are coming. Yeah? How did you get on with them? Did you have a good connection with them? Did you connect well? No, relation I find pretty ambiguous and bland. Not really cute. Good. Thanks for clarifying so I don't make a faux pas or elicit, ask for, raised eyebrows or a bemused, confused smile or an embarrassing, albeit fleeting reaction. No, rapport is the level of interaction, how well you understand each other. Okay, Mohammed, my keys were lost. I rooted them out. Notice this verb is a separable verb. If you use them, a pronoun, it needs to go between. In a in plain sight. Which aggravated me a lot because I looked in every nook and cranny and then I ended up not finding them first or at first. Okay, notice this idea. To root it out. To root the keys out. To root out the keys. But if you use it or them, it's got to go between. Elephant equals bishop. I have a feeling you're talking about the chess pieces. Yeah, the bishop in chess. And Pluto is a planet. Well, I actually put a quiz about this one today because Pluto used to be a planet. Nowadays, it's defined as a dwarf planet. Yeah, because there's too much other stuff in its orbit. Yeah, you have a look, Ronan. You may decide it's a planet, but officially no longer. They deplanetized it. That was awesome, Alex. I'm pretty sure everyone had a great time. I shall take your advice and cut and paste the comments. If you write a long one, it's the best thing to do because it is so bloody frustrating when you've been sitting there writing a really good comment and it's about that long and then you go click to publish and it just disappears. Sorry. It almost broke my heart that one I took great pains to do was lost 3 times. Stress, intonation, patterns, contrast, context, content, present minute. And if you feel like an angel, perhaps you were meant to be one. That was very sweet and a very sweet and adorable thing to say. And this is the first in my life I've heard it. I mean, said like that. Sleep well and sweet dreams, Monsieur le Professeur. Thanks for everything. A pleasure. That's a lovely piece of English, Patricia. So, can you practice your English having a conversation with me? If you're down, just reply to this comment. I'm sorry, I've got too much to do. When I get students, I have conversations with them, but these are paying students, but we normally do more than just converse. So, hobble for Ronan. Great, I'm glad you like it. So, Fernando Villavicencio. I'm getting to that Villavicencio. My grandfather is every day up with the lark. Okay, my grandfather is every day up with the lark. That's okay. Normally this every day, these adverbs go at the end. My grandfather is up with the lark every day. It sounds better at the end for, okay? So, swill. It reminds me of the time when I was 16 years old, when I was a 16-year-old about to finish high school. I wagged along with my mates. I like this, to wag along. The entire day having a lark and swilling some cheap spirits that ended up just being cheap swill. Yeah, we've all been there, Fernando. Is it relatable to the phrase, spare the rod, spoil the child? Tough love, absolutely. I quite agree with you, Fernando. Yeah, tough love. If you spare the rod, you spoil the child. That's good English. Akshat, hello sir, please correct these sentences. Her unintentional remarks lead her to as much as a complaint lodged about her. This house is not meant for anyone to break into and make off with anything. So, her intentional remarks led her I would say not led her. Her unintentional remarks led to a complaint being lodged about her. Led to a complaint about her, lead to the thing, about her indirect object. This house is not meant for anyone to break into and make off with anything. Okay, yeah. I would probably put it make this passive. No one is meant to break into this house and make off with anything. It's okay though, Akshat. And Fernando, interesting. There's a cornucopia in Peru's national shield. Now I see how representative it is of the richness of the country's territory. Sadly, it doesn't relate to the appalling economy of the nation's people. Yes, Peru is an unbelievable cornucopia of incredible fruits and vegetables and things like that. One of the things I loved in Peru, you go to the food market and they've got these wonderful milkshake stalls, but they got milkshakes of all sorts of fruits and things I'd never heard of, so I just had to go through the list trying them. I'm a particular fan of camu camu. Very acid, really delicious. Yeah, but apparently the Japanese buy almost all the camu camu produced in Peru. So, I nailed it. Okay, so, has to do with, I nailed it. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, I can't pronounce your name in Hebrew. I should be able to read it, but I'm not. You're a boon to my English, thank you. Bane. Okay, bane is the opposite of boon, a really good thing. Bartering economy, thank you. Okay, both of these are Maria Mikkonen. Hi, Maria. Bartering economy, I would probably say the barter economy, noun collocation, but the bartering economy, yeah, it works, I suppose. So, Manraj, the West wants a hegemony over the rest. I quite agree. Yeah. Although I think very soon we're going to be under the hegemony of the Chinese. Maybe we already are. My girlfriend is a shopping addict. Hi, Mode. Great to see you. My girlfriend is a shopping addict who has a cornucopia of clothing that fills 3 closets. Good English. Great example, Mode. Well done. Andrea Montil. What does an uncountable noun mean? Why did you say a swill? So, an uncountable noun is something that you can't divide into pieces. For example, time is uncountable, but minutes are countable. Water is uncountable. But to make it countable, you pour it into glasses and then you have a glass of water. Yeah? Uncountable means you can't say 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 water, 2 waters, 3 waters. No. Yeah, 1 glass of water, 2 glasses of water, 3 glasses of water. Bread. 1 bread, 2 breads. Well, maybe, but normally give me some bread, not a bread. A swill. So give your mouth a swill. Yeah, and that would be a way to count it, because you could do it again. 2 swills. But generally swill. This product is absolute swill, uncountable. Yeah, it's just talking about it generally. It's a good question, Andrea. So, Giliola. Man never learns from the past, especially when it comes to war. Otherwise, how could we explain the whole cornucopia of weapons deployed in Ukraine and Russia? I hope that wisdom takes over. Thanks. Me too. But yeah, we are unfortunately a warlike creature. Let's see, in Ukraine, personally, normally I say the Ukraine, but it doesn't have to have a definite article. Nitu, hi. If you happen to visit Indian homes on festivals and auspicious occasions, maybe like Diwali, you will find a cornucopia of sweets and dishes wholeheartedly prepared and affectionately served to the guests. Lovely English again. Well done, Nitu. I'm definitely coming over on a festival to your house. Okay, oat pea. Thanks so much for making me familiar with this word, sir. I've met this word once today on Wordle. Once on Wordle today. Okay, just the word order of this tiny little bit at the end. Okay, it's a good word for Wordle. It's 5 letters, yeah. Fruit of the loom, that's the idea of the meaning, the horn of plenty, the cornucopia. Yeah, fruit of the loom, I love it, Andrew. Andrew Goring, thank you, Andrew. And Shuja Ahmed, kindly give us your home tour. We want to see your home. Well, if you look at the videos, I've made videos in all sorts of different places here. Yeah, I've had 1 or 2 complaints about it, but well, try looking at different interiors, you'll find them. Okay, neuro. The worm turns, even a worm will turn. I love this proverb. I think it's quite good. Even somebody who's downtrodden, an underdog, will turn against the master or the people subjugating them. Yeah. Okay, Roland. This new club represents a cornucopia of artistic activities, such as drawing and pottery. Great English, Roland. And there are many talks, sorry for not giving you the shout out. There are many talks about an imminent invasion from a neighbouring country. Perforce, we have to prepare grab bags. I love it, yeah. But that's a very serious grab bag count. Take care of yourself. I hope you're okay, yeah? Be careful. Being in Rome, do as romance do. Okay, normally we say do as... When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Being in Rome, do as romance I would probably say does. Other behaviour would be unbecoming. A good example of unbecoming, Count. That's great. So, Count again. A dude shouted, "Skedaddle! Get out of here!" when the cops arrived. So all the shoplifters timely scattered in different directions. Okay, Count. Notice this word timely. Timely is actually an adjective. Yeah? And therefore, to make an adjective, you need to go in a timely way. Yeah? Lovely is an adjective as well. There are a few. So all shoplifters, I would probably say all the shoplifters, scattered in different directions in a timely way. Have an amazing weekend. Hi, Fran. Great to see you. Thank you very much. And you too. Enjoy and take care. And Francisco Pontes Velasco. In the wake of my lack of progress, I gave up studying English. But you seem to be back at it with a vengeance, which is great. It's great to see you here, Fran. Count Beauty again. These libertarians liberate people only in terms of their doctrine. There is no need to think about another possibility for existence. That's very deep, Count. Liberty exists here, between these two walls. When a Prime Minister steps down, it can be a bolt from the blue. That's a good example, Francisco. I do wish dear old Bojo would step down, but he's not going to. He's going to fight it out to the very end. Okay, Navanitha Krish. Millions of years ago, the dinosaurs had dominated the Earth, and that was doomed by an asteroid landing on the Earth. When initially I saw this, I was worried about this had dominated and was going to say dominated, but no, because that was dominated, was doomed by an asteroid, and therefore had dominated fits because it's prior to this. Okay, and doomed. That's a great example of doomed, Nadvanitha. Well done. Count Beauty. Learning semiotics may save your life. Some signs alert people to stay away from a place because it's dangerous. That's very good. Nowadays, media is rife with doom and gloom. I would normally say the media, but that's a good example, Roland. Count Beauty. I wish people with present feelings were wrong when they have a sense of foreboding. Okay, not present. Prescient. I think the word correct is, I wish people with prescient feelings were wrong when they have a sense of foreboding. Good. Regaling with food would be my favourite. I love to be regaled with food. Natalia Morozova. Your lessons gratified us highly. Thank you. We regale with every morsel of your narrative. I wish this word to bring back. I wish to bring back this word. Yeah? I would probably say we are regaled by every morsel of your narrative. Your lessons gratified us highly. Good English, Natalia. Thank you. We are regaled by every morsel of your narrative. I wish to bring this word back, or I wish this people would bring this word back. Well, the way to do it is to use it. And count again. Unbecoming outfit vitiates the first impression about you. So you need an indefinite article. An unbecoming outfit vitiates the first impression about you, or first impression of. But that's good, Count. Well done. Lark. It does not sound funny if someone wakes you up with the lark when you wish to sleep in, and it's normally somebody who's drunk and larking about. Good English, Count Beauty. Well done. Regaling with food is a good lark. Yeah, please. I love that regaling with food lark. Hello, sir. What's the meaning of write off a mortgage? Okay, to write off is to reduce its value to zero. To write off a debt. This is something you do in accountancy. So John owes me 500 quid. Yeah? And he hasn't paid me. And a year goes by and he still hasn't paid me. At some point, I write it off and say that SOB is never going to pay me back. Let's forget about it. And that is to write off. But what it actually means with write off is to change the accountancy value from the value of the debt to zero. You write off a debt, you put it down to zero. Sheed caniste. The evil wizard casted out a wicked spell of darkness. In an instant the surroundings were doomed and gloomy. Okay. The light turned to deep darkness and creatures started off suffocating. I think probably without the off and started suffocating. Okay, a couple of comments. The evil wizard casted out a wicked spell. Casted. This, to me, cast is an irregular verb. But I'm certain if I go to the dictionaries, nowadays casted is an acceptable alternative. Yeah, and this is what I was talking about the regularization of irregular verbs. When I was a kid, if I'd written casted, the teacher would have put a cross through it and said, no, 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 cast. Today, I think casted is valid. So the evil wizard casted out a wicked spell of darkness. In an instant, the surroundings were doomed and gloomy. Or I might just say doomy and gloomy. Yeah, the light turned to deep darkness and creatures started suffocating. Okay, good evening, or good afternoon, Mohammed Mifras. It's probably evening for you by now in Sri Lanka. So, could you please tell me, could we use ask for here? Could we use ask here? Are these sentences grammatically correct? She asked everything from her mother. She asked her mother for everything. She asked everything from her mother. Okay, so firstly, I think there's a difference in these. She asked everything from her mother. This means to give your everything, to give as much energy as you can. So the coach asked for their everything from the members of the team, to put in as much effort as you can. She asked her mother for everything. Please give me all of that, or maybe my first meaning. She asked for everything from her mother. This could have both meanings. So, she asked everything from her mother. Please put the greatest effort. My boyfriend's coming this weekend. I know you absolutely hate him, but she asked everything from her mother. Please try as hard as you can to be nice. She asked for her mother for everything. Please give me everything on the table. She asked for everything from her mother. Maybe the boyfriend scenario, maybe the things on the table. Count Beauty. I've watched a video where a guy is swilling a half-litre bottle of beer, so it turns into a whirlpool and then drinks it in one gulp. Wow. Half a litre, that's a pint, that's enough. Yeah, woof. Okay, Patricia, hi. I can picture Hiawatha the Indian keeping his ear to the ground and listening with electrifying intent to the distant thunder of the horse's hooves. I love that. That sounds really good. Well done. With electrifying intent. So look, you people who are writing, look at this. She's added this word electrifying intent. So, and listened to. And listened with electrifying intent. This little piece here makes it much nicer. To the horse's hooves. To the thunder. This is a metaphor. To the distant thunder of the horse's hooves. Here you see again. So, and listened to the horse's hooves. But by adding these two bits, that's how you really improve your writing. Thank you, Patricia. It's a really lovely example. A cornucopia of products in stories is a sign of a good... In stores, not in stories. God, I should pay more attention. Is a sign of a good economy. Good English, Count. You will not have positive prescience if you are a doom and gloomer. Thoughts may make things happen, so think positively. Yeah, that's a very positive view, Count. Akshat, hello sir, hope you are doing well. I'm absolutely fine. The top of the morning to you. Take care of yourself. It's great to see you and thanks for your constant support. If we regard the Mother Earth, it's going to bring about the doom of all of us. If we disrespect the Mother Earth, I guess we could use thee, although I would be happier if we disrespect Mother Earth without... It's like if we disrespect God, it doesn't have an article. And Gaia, who Mother Earth, doesn't have a thee either. But if we disrespect, it's perfectly good, Akshat. Thank you very much, sir. Patricia again. He seemed to be au fait, knew all about... au fait of all the legal implications created by this case. She had been in constant contact with her lawyer friend for several months and had been doing extensive research herself on the subject in the library nearby. So au fait, you know a lot about it, you know what's happening, you're up to speed. So Roland, school performance appraisal offers a cornucopia of possibilities. Okay, school performance appraisal. Yeah, that's a nice noun structure. In the light of the assessment, students can learn about their strengths and weaknesses, and they can decide what kind of career, not carrier, they would like to pursue. Good English, Roland. And Roland, although the Luddites, a group of textile workers, destroyed as many machines as they could, because destroyed, their efforts to stop technology advance, to stop technology advancing further, was because it's doomed to failure. Good use of doomed. Okay, so they destroyed as many machines as they could past. Their efforts to stop technological advance, or to stop further technological advance, was doomed to failure. And Sean, some people believe that Eileen Gu is in cahoots with China to represent China in the Beijing Olympics 2022 by allowing her to keep her US citizenship, even though dual nationality without the S is forbidden. Yeah? Even though dual nationality, uncountable, is forbidden. Suraj, the scientists have made a doomed prediction of Earth that is likely going to happen after 100 years in future. So, the scientists, I'd probably say scientists, have made a prediction dooming the Earth that is likely going to happen 100 years in the future. Thank you, Suraj. Flunky. I can't help but think of Private Fraser and his mum. I want to go home to my mum, in BBC's Dad's Army. It was a brilliant programme I used to watch when I was a kid. It's very funny. Who uttered the hilarious words, "We're doomed, we're doomed, we're doomed." Classic British comedies. Yes, I love it, Flunky. I recommend it to you. Dad's Army. Good English, easy to watch, nothing very deep about it, a light-hearted British comedy. So, Narasimha Rao Kondapalli. Okay, wonderful explanation of doom. Thank you, Narasimha. Okay, Sherwin. Great to see you, Sherwin. My relationship with the world's greatest company came to a doom last week. I think I would probably say came to its doom last week. Well, I'm sorry about that, Sherwin, but maybe it's for the best. Okay, now we've got the quiz for today. I'm only going to do a few more of these quizzes. I'm getting a bit fed up of making them. I'm going to do more of these things where you these polls where you need to find the right word. Enemy. Well done. First correct answer, Natalia Morozova. And Raja. Nice. Okay, thank you for watching. Whimsical. And Patricia. Good morning. Another comment concerning the video on the stress patterns. You're in black and you look like a beau ténébreux and a maestro. Okay, so ténébreux, it's talking about shadows. Sounds to me rather like gothic or shady. I love the minimalist and yet vintage visual aspect of this video. The subdued palette, neutrals and black, perfect coiffure. I must have checked my hair beforehand. Harmony and fluidity in hand gestures. Expressive tilt and movements of the head. Pictures and decorations on the wall with a no frill but lots of thrills video. Even a couple of innocent frissons. Selected choice of stress patterns. Okay, wow, that was a lovely piece of writing. Thank you for your kind words. It seems that you actually like my presentation style. I've had quite a lot of practice nowadays, though. So it makes me think of what someone said of a sari, and I wholeheartedly agree, but keep the thing very long and flowing, flimsy, or silky and gauzy, I would probably say gauzy, like over your shoulder. To do, I say, mesh or segue with the hair and accessories. Yeah, very definitely. Maybe a lungi to act as an accessory to my my look. Something in wrinkled and grey, maybe. It reveals and yet conceals. The way I see it worn, now majestic, traditional, with a sugar tang flavour of avant-garde, trendy promise. Avant-garde, latest fashion, trendy promise. And projection to be abreast, to be in front of the current epoch. There is one lock of hair on the head, sort of a flyaway wisp, maybe a kiss curl. And this together with the treatment of the beard and the movement of the hands, fingers, palms concur to give the whole video a vintage gallery portrait look. Now I realise why I like it. Thanks, Alex. That was a lovely piece of writing, Patricia, and you've said so many nice things about me. Wow, that's really good. Okay. It's a Bomber by Bruce Leroy Hoffman. Yes, it's a bomber, but what's the word? The word isn't bomber. Errata. The sari. Yes, it sounds much better. Yes. Said of a sari, because that would be one of them. The sari, generally, it's much better. I quite agree, Patricia. Thank you. To me, it has a connection with the planet Pluto, and to look at its direction. This is this question about, in the English language, the word Pluto came in about 20 years ago, and then you've got 4 possibilities as to what it means. And I'd also like to know why it means that. There's a clue in the 20 years, by the way. So enemy. Enemy's definitely the answer to this one. Okay, so thank you for answering them. The same to you, Patricia. Manji, wonderful to see you. Aftermath of COVID-19 ensued the following. So firstly, the aftermath of COVID-19 ensued the following without the S. Yeah, I like your use of ensued here. It's a good word. The aftermath of COVID-19 ensued the following. Gloom and doom in the economy as well as in the mental well-being of the people, of of people worldwide. A doomsday scenario with the sirens of ambulances in perpetuity. Doom scrolling, responding in despondent and harmful psychological reactions. I love this doom scrolling. Scrolling through different news articles to try and find the worst piece of news. Okay, Timothy Chisha. That's an interesting name. In Russia, if Russia tries, one country, to invade the Ukrainian border, there'll be doom across the entire world. If Russia tries to invade the Ukrainian border, there'll be doom across the entire world. Thank you, Timothy. To demote or devalue something. So, thank you, John Senna. Or is that Thenna? I don't know. So, this is your answer to the quiz. I will give the answer later. Well, I know somebody further up in the comments section has got it right and a good explanation. Our departure cuts both ways. So, it's less good for you and it's less good for them. I personally think you're probably well shot of them, Sherwin. Patricia, hesitation between the first and the third. Is it to let go of the past in order to become a better person? We're going to get the answer any minute now. Enemy, that's the right answer to this one, Dommy. Well done. And Jerem, hi there, Jerem. The citizens of the Ukraine are doomed if Russia invades their country. Wow, that's a real statement of gloom. I hope Olena and I hope Count are fine. Okay, demote or devalue, its origin, as I know, comes from the demise of the planet Pluto. And this is the answer. Going back to Ronan right at the beginning, Pluto's no longer a planet. Yeah, it got demoted. And then they coined this word to Pluto, meaning to debase, to demote, to devalue. Well done, Dommy. Can trivial be a synonym to facile? Yes, I think it can, Slow Sunset Vibes. Hi there, Slow Sunset Vibes, by the way. The homework was facile. The homework was a trivial task. Was trivial. Yes, you could say a trivial task or was trivial. That's good. You could also say the homework was facile. Yeah? It was a bit pointless because it was so easy. One day they celebrate you, the next you are just dog food. I love that comment, Louise. That's very good. That's quite funny. This is talking about the planet Pluto. One day they celebrate you. What a beautiful planet. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful planet. Yeah? And then they say, no, you're not a planet anymore. And I'm sure there's a type of dog food called Pluto. Because Mickey Mouse's dog is called Pluto. Pluto, yeah? Okay, antidote, great. Ronan enjoyed that one. Hopefully 105 tomorrow. It may be tomorrow. I think more like Monday. We're up at about 104,850, 870. I think it's more likely Monday morning. So, Svetlana, hi there. So, definitely, enemy is the answer to this one. Well done. Roland, nowadays the media is rife with, good use of rife, with doom and gloom. The auspicious sign of tendency around the world is not newsworthy on the screen. Auspicious tendency. I would say auspicious signs lose this tendency. Auspicious news around the world is not newsworthy on the screen. I like your use of this word newsworthy. Nowadays, the media is rife with doom and gloom. Auspicious signs or tendencies around the world are not newsworthy on the screen. Okay, so this is Ronan. You're still with the live streams. Keep at them. They will help you definitely. Great lesson as usual. Thank you, Ronan. Her smile is a sublime depiction of what true happiness looks like. That's a lovely piece of English, slow sunset vibes. A sublime depiction. Yeah, and that's very good. I like this collocation here. A sublime depiction. When hell freezes over. Well, when hell freezes over, I'm going to pay you back that money you say you owe me. Yeah? When hell freezes over. A strong way to say no. And then Ronan here says, great. Let me just refresh this because I bet there are a load more. So, please remember to comment. If you comment, you'll get a shout out in one of these videos like these. I try to make them morning and evening. Wow, there's quite a lot more to come still. So, yes, we were there with When Hell Freezes Over and with Ronan. So, trans good. Perfect. I heard it 3 times. Thank you. To relent. So he relented and changed his mind. He was going to punish me, but then he relented. To change your mind, to go back. Francisco, great to see you back again. I tend to hum and haw for everything I do. Okay, 4 is okay. I would probably use the word about, but 4's not wrong. I should do things on the spur of the moment. So, no more humming and hawing, Francisco. Or do they call you Paco? I don't know. You ought to tell me. It's hard to pronounce in my humble opinion. You missed the last word. Skedaddle. Get out of here. Skedaddle. 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 Okay. Enemy. So the enemy is the answer to this. So Sonia Mayring. Enemy is definitely the answer to it. About the Pluto quiz, can you believe that the naive person who is writing to you Googled the word? I would like to know the explanation. Okay, the explanation is very easy, Sonia. Pluto used to be a planet. When I went to school, Pluto was a planet. Today, Pluto is not a planet, it's a dwarf planet. It got recategorized, I think, in 2004 because the official astronomy body said there's too much mass in the orbit round that it goes round the sun, and it only qualifies as a dwarf planet, not a real one. So, Neog, yes, this was in thinking about you. Exactly. The response with the single no seems to signify that the witness did sleep with the accused in other places, barring London. That's the point. Okay, Roland, it was such a great joke. Thank you. And 40 Love, the tennis player, great to have you here. A butt on. A butt. A butt on, upon, a butt against, lie adjacent to, are next to each other. France abuts onto northern Spain. The abutting property is a church. His desk abuts mine. His house abutted mine. Formal and old-fashioned word. You've got that absolutely, 40 Love. And one thing I'd like to say to you, 40 Love, is thank you for that fabulous list, or 2 fabulous lists of vocabulary. Yeah, I've been living off it for ages. This is the person who had a huge number of ideas. Okay, Maria Mikkonen, hi, great to have you back. So, punctilious, meticulous, perfect. Cherishing the love, lovable, endearing. Absolutely, yeah. So endearing, cherishing the love, very loving, lovable, very endearing. Yeah. He said some very endearing things about me. And a scoundrel. Yeah, some more still. A villain, a crook. Yes, a cad. You cad, sir, not a gentleman. Okay, so Sheed. No in London. Why? The implication, Sheed, is in the first places, the person says no comment. They don't say no, they say I've got nothing to say. And in the second place, the person says no comment. And in the third place, they say no comment. But in the fourth place, the person says, no, I didn't sleep with the accused in London, which implies directly that they did sleep with the accused in the first 3 places. And that's the point. Okay, so thank you for commenting, Sheed. Okay, so I think that's probably enough for today. I'll just refresh this, although I think probably no more now. So there'll be another one this evening. So thank you all for watching. And let's see what it says. Okay, so we're there. So take care and keep watching, keep commenting. Bye for now.